All right, let's go ahead and get started because this is our refinement time as well. So 8198, I thought 8198 was not in. I thought 8199 was. Wait, hold on. Let me go back to my messages. I might have moved the wrong one.
I started testing the 8198 yesterday, but we had environment issue.
Um, Hold on 1 second. Sorry. Sorry, guys. Eight 8199 is the only one that was in stage. And that may have been my fault. I might have moved to the wrong one. But based on the comments yesterday, 8199 should be in stage, but 8198 is not in stage. Let me change that. Unless we need to update it again. Okay. So there were still issues,
So
so I don't think.
Alicia, hi.
Hey,
For 8198, 8199 from Hybris and UI side changes are done and deployed. But today morning we found some issue. So there are some changes missing from PCF end as well as Hybris end. So PCF changes has deployed and Hybris changes are also done and merged, but it is not deployed yet. PR is merged and deployment ticket is raised
okay.
for
So with
both.
the next stage build,
Yes, Nash stage build, but just wanted to check with Neetu. Neetu, for PCF changes for both 8198 and 8199, they are done, right?
Yes, yeah, both are done.
So means after the next deployment, we can test both 8198 and 99.
okay.
Yes.
All
Yeah.
right. So I moved them both back to in progress until that stage build occurs. Um, what about 12867?
Yes, Alicia. So as John commented, we given the kick fix and we raised the PR. But before merging that PR to master, we have one doubt. Can we open this description of this part?
Certainly.
So actually, in the description, in the high level requirement, it was mentioned that cancel and return to home page button should work as a previous cancel button. Actually, that previous cancel button, when we click on that cancel, it is redirected to the checkout login page that we have already. But in the acceptance criteria, it was mentioned home page. So, based.
Did you say in the description? Oh, here. Clicking cancel and return to homepage serves same function as the previous cancel button, which doesn't take you to the homepage. It takes you to which page? Pretty
Checkout login page.
the checkout login page. And then here it says go to homepage. So we have conflicting requirements in the cart.
I don't know when this requirement was written in the description if whomever wrote the requirement knew what the cancel button did, because otherwise, why would we title the button cancel and return to homepage if that's not where it goes?
Can you go up to the top, please? Which card is this one?
12867.
I mean, Mike, the name of the button is cancel and return to homepage.
Yeah.
So it should go to the homepage.
And this is
Is that change made to go to the homepage based on the comments?
Oh
And
yes,
we're just
Alicia,
waiting to
that
merge
PR
it?
has been raised and waiting for this confirmation. So yeah, after that, if required, we'll make to master.
It sounds like that's the case, but Mike, can you confirm?
I know that's the way that it works for I know that's the way that it works for the actual like if you're in the accounts, but I don't think currently that was the way that it works, right? In and I guess it makes sense if you're canceling. Is it also canceling the cart or is it leaving the cart where it's at?
I think it leaves the cart.
I think that's fine. I mean, that's what Micah called out. So if he didn't want it to do that, he shouldn't have wrote it that way.
I'm sorry. So which way do you want it to go?
It should be like what it says in the description. It should go to the homepage.
Okay. So pretty, let's merge that
Oh
with
yes,
master, and then we can validate it.
sure. So right now Jenkins build in progress. Actually, it's rerunning. So once it is done, we'll make to master.
Okay, great. Thank you.
I'll update the requirements so they're aligned.
Thanks, Terry. And then the final 12643, the rotating banner.
Yeah, Alicia, can you open that card, please?
Certainly. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. So for this card, we have created the rotating banner component for desktop. But while creating for mobile, we are facing some issues. And if you see this card, so just wanted to check because the image here it is provided in the PNG format. So should we use the same images which is attached here, or we can get in SVG format as well, like the other vendors I can see in the code, the images which is in SVG format. But here these are the four images, but it is in the PNG format. So should we use the same one?
Are we not able to use PNGs on the mobile view?
In the rotating banner image component, Alicia, as of now, we have created the component and attached the desktop image. So we are working with Rajiv like to find out how we can use that mobile image in the same component, or else we have to create a separate component for mobile. So here we just stuck, but we are working on that. We will find out some solution for that.
Do you have a, like, I don't mean to ask, but just knowing that we're on Friday before the end of sprint, do we know timeline on when we would expect that to be resolved and merged?
So actually, our plan is to merge today only. So we'll try to complete
Okay.
this by today. Otherwise, by Monday, we will do it.
Okay. Okay.
So only just wanted to check the same PNG images shall we use, Mike?
I'm sorry, I'm not following.
Yeah. So in this card, there are four images, two images for the desktop in the PNG format, and other are for the mobile.
Yeah.
So the same format images we need to use, or can we get SVG format as well for the same? Because in the other places and other banners, SVG format is used.
I mean, you just have to ask Micah if we need an image differently, because he's the one who gave us all of them.
If we can use the PNG that was provided in the card, I would suggest using what we've been provided. I don't think that we have time to go back and forth with Micah on the last week, like the last couple days of sprint.
Well, especially if it's the second set of images, because we're removing it right after we do this.
I think the concern is the mobile images for both.
Okay.
But yeah, just use the PNG for now, and if they want to change it later, they can.
Right.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, okay. Rajiv, any other thing you want to ask?
No, Tasit. As of now, we are good. We will check this one
Yeah.
with
Okay.
these images.
So it is almost done, Alicia. Just about the setting the dimension of the mobile.
It's great.
Yeah.
Thanks, Toshit. Yeah, the sooner we can get cards in through, that'll help us with testing. I know we're kind of back ending a lot of the testing because of the freeze, but we've still got a number of cards that are in progress that we've got to get through testing before Tuesday, before the end of today's Tuesday. So just bear that in mind, kind of timeline. Anything else before I hand over to Mike for refinement? All right. Mike, the floor is yours.
Okay, so main thing that I wanted to go through real quick was, it looks like we do have this story right here. We can size in one sec. I did want to see if we can move these forward because, again, we need to kind of start one of these if possible for the sprint. It'd be nice if we could start both. I don't expect either of them to be really big, but I wanted to make sure we could potentially like grab these and move them along, or have somebody start to look at the dev design for this, because again, I don't even know that a dev design is needed for this. But we can talk about these real quick. So let's do the ready to size for this one real fast. Is Bobna on the call?
She's
Well,
not there.
Okay, that's fine. Here's the change. I mean, essentially, we're just changing this,
I
right?
think it's just a property change. So
Yeah.
maybe the 1 point is sufficient.
Okay. That's what I figured, but just wanted to make sure. All right.
Can I ask? This might be a dumb question, but I'm going to ask it anyway. When we change the configuration from 6 to 9, will it update the orders or the customers that had already fallen off, or are those just a lost cause?
I think we only use this in when we're checking an item, if it should stay on or if it should be removed.
So if it's already removed,
Yeah.
then it's
So
removed.
if it's removed,
Okay.
yeah. Yep. That's how
That's
I
what I
understand it.
thought, but I
Yeah.
just wanted to make sure there wasn't an expectation that like we'd be
No.
reevaluating all of these customers.
These cards that I'm going to end up doing, this is the first one. There's another couple ones that are just updates overall. They're all cards to support further migrations, to just hopefully, so we don't have the same kind of like craziness that we've been having in some of the migrations where they put some people in and we immediately remove them from continue care, and so they're like, what's going on? That's what this card's for. There's a couple other ones too that are just like slight data changes to extend some things, to get it closer to what they are expecting with some things that they're doing with continue care in the old system like RGH. So this is just the very first one. There's another couple that are just going to be, again, small data changes to what we do, and then there'll probably be a further one out that's going to be a real change. But I got to figure out where that goes on the roadmap, really. Okay, so guess I didn't move it to right for Deb, did I? Move that over. Depending on where we're at, well, I guess it doesn't matter because we can make sure that that's in next sprint, and then that'll still get in on the weekend. So I think we'll be okay. For the next deploy. So let me talk about this one here. So again, this is the one where we are just updating the list. So we're adding the ones that are bolded. As you can see, Medicaid is still here. Eventually it will get removed, which is this note down here. But because this one is splitting into these two, this is the only one that's being removed. All the other ones are all staying. And the bolded ones are being added. But this one is actually removing, and we're splitting into these two. Until they do that split, obviously, that we can't remove this. So this one will stay until they've told me that, hey, we've updated everybody. Once they've updated all the plans and no one's left in Medicaid, then we can remove Medicaid. But is this an actual one that we need a dev design for? Or if we do, can somebody look at it to see what it is? Because I'm assuming it's kind of like the last card that we did, where we just have to find out the value, like the property that we have to add these to.
Yeah, Mike will check.
Okay. Is there somebody I can assign it to? It looks like we already have the test scripts, so is it okay to move it into dev design?
Let me just check yeah, go ahead and move it into dev design, and if I can update the test scripts if it needs any updating. I was working on them yesterday, but I don't know if they're fully done. I can't remember where I ended on them.
Okay. So let's go ahead and move it to dev design. Who can take a look at this?
It's a pair master change.
Yep. Yeah, it's just a change to the list of insurance types that are in the payer master. So it's just adding insurance types to that drop-down list in the payer master.
Maybe Neetu or Abhinash can take that up.
Okay, Mike, you can assign to me.
Okay, great. Yeah, because again, this is one that we need to just kind of move quick, so hopefully that we can do it. Because we're supposed to start this work this sprint coming up here. So I want to make sure we at least have one story in there, so we're not slipping too much on the roadmap. But I think the other epic that we're supposed to start is going to slip, and that's this PHI release form. Because now that we have to generate the form and everything else, I don't think there's any way that we're going to be able to have all three stories ready, because they kind of all have to go together, or at least have the on-base template done first before we can do the others, and that's just not going to happen. So all right, so at least we got that going on. I feel much better about that. And then we'll move this one forward too. Again, I think we talked about it, but this will be the next one that we move forward. I can help with the acceptance criteria on this today. But essentially this one is just updating the mapping. So today we have insurance mapping on the external site because we only have 3 choices. So we have non-Medicare, non-Medicaid for an insurance type, and then we have Medicaid, and then we have Medicare, right? So this is just updating for the brand new ones where they should align to. So again, this shouldn't be, we're not doing anything new, we're just adding insurance types. So we just need to update how the mapping works, which ones count as which ones, essentially. So they're all called out here. So these 3 new ones that we're adding, the FEP, the TRICARE, the PFFS, should go to the non-Medicare, non-Medicaid, or should be used. So if they choose non-Medicare, non-Medicaid, these are some of the insurance types that can come up along with the other